Good evening to everybody. Welcome to episode 40 of Krasden. What'd I name this? A doctor's visit. We have a slightly diminished cast this week due to plague. Due to utter plague. One is internet plague. Morgan's internet is dead. It died. And the other one is the plague of the in-laws, which Chad is suffering from currently. His in-laws are at his house, and that's the plague. I realize that our world is dealing with an actual plague right now, and I don't know if that joke worked. What are you doing?
My camera will not sit where it...
Adjust it in OBS, asshole.
I did, and it...
Just move
still
it.
Being a little
Just
bitch.
move it. Just move it. And resize it if you need to.
There.
It's a little high. Yeah,
What?
You're Morganing right now.
What?
You're Morganing right now.
What?
Now let one of your cats in and then derail everything we're doing. Okay. Crucible.
Hey, Jack is the best part of the show.
All right, well, last time we were here, it was actually a continuation from 2 times ago when we were here, because we were like in the middle of a battle with these brine zombies.
Yeah.
And when this whole thing was happening, all of a sudden, this massive wave rose out of the ocean, out of the sea. I mean, it's just huge. But right in the middle of this wave,
And that was triggered by...
doorway opened. Right?
And that was triggered by...
I don't know, someone pushed a button on a light switch, I think.
Duncan got into the Destiny.
Duncan jumped into the Destiny.
And
He
agreed
tried to go out there.
to go out there.
Right. And so anyway, he actually tried to swim to this doorway, and the rest of us jumped onto the Destiny, pushed it out into the water. We tried to follow, and we're greeted by this absolutely beautiful sea creature. And it is, in fact, Umberly. Lady Umberly. Now, what we thought, or what at least Crucible thought, was his mother was actually his grandmother. Umberly is his grandmother, not his mother. So she, strangely enough, invites us all into her grotto for dinner. And we go in there, and she informs us of several things. That the Orc King's son is indeed not dead, that he is, but he is also not among the living. And she said that Miracle can tell us where he is. But in order to do that, Miracle needs to open up the box. Is that correct? Am I remembering that correctly, guys?
Miracle can tell you could say where he would reappear amongst the living.
Right. But did he have to open the box in order to do that?
No.
No, he just wants to.
He wants to open the box, and that's why he needs us.
He wants to open the box, and she believes it's unlikely that he will do anything you tell him to unless you agree to help him find the box.
Right. And she also confirmed the fact that Miracle was the one who
Laura, your name's still up on Zoom.
What? Who? What?
Oh, my
Laura.
name.
She also told us that she confirmed that, our thoughts, that Miracle was the one who has possessed Aedrys all these years. And she gives us a shell that will actually heal Aedrys's mind. However, in order for that to work, he will be bound to Umberly after that. So we don't know that we necessarily want to do all that. So she then sends us all away and speaks privately to Duncan. And she basically commands him that he must kill his father.
Because she saw she was unclear as to what, but she referred to him as spitting in her face.
Basically, yeah. So unless he does this, he cannot return and be part of his god family. So then she sends us all back up. The sea returns to normal. We go to the bar. We talk about it for a while. Joe gets really, really upset with us when we consider going and killing Duncan's father. Duncan heads out, convinced that that's what he needs to do. Some of us follow him. We convince him that maybe we can get his father to admit that he killed his mother, because that's why Umberly's so pissed off. So we go in there, we search his home, we find a few things, we discover his father has a few vices, including drinking and gambling, and that he was very abusive to his mother. So we all go back to the bar and try to figure out what the hell we're going to do next. What have I missed?
You also told Bill about Krasden.
Mm-hmm.
Also, granted, there could be a translation thing there, but I believe Umberly said that not only could Duncan not return unless he killed his father, he could not again touch the water.
Correct.
It was kind of an open-ended threat.
Yeah, basically they could not return to the water.
Which, you know, water's kind of his thing.
And Aedrys was... I'm sorry, I was spacing off for a second there. Did we get to the part where Aedrys seemed to remember more?
Not in my notes, but I remember it. Go ahead.
You were there for that, so.
Right. So when towards the end of the night, when we returned,
Some drinking happened.
yeah, some drinking happened. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do in terms of trying to prove that his father murdered his mother. I had a talk. I went to check on Aedrys after giving him some medicine, and he seemed to remember me. But then there were still some lapses, so it was a little bit confusing. But he remembered me not from just our encounter there in Krasden, but from when we had been working together on the whole mystery back in Aedrys. And then I feel like there was some cliffhanger at the end, but for the life of me, it's all...
The cliffhanger was you coming down and telling people you thought he was getting his memory back.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. So that puts us basically right there. Joe was pretty intoxicated, so it's fairly easy to write him out of this conversation. Duncan was also, I think, getting close to 3 sheets, RP-wise.
Probably needs a little time to process the whole, like, Umberly's my grandma and she wants me to kill my dad stuff.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a little bit of soul searching there. Also, Bill asked him to repair the shrine, and if we go to the next day, Joe has promised that he's going to help repair the town. So they're going to be working on that. Is there anything you'd like to talk over that night, that now that he's come down and given you this revelation? Or will we call this the next morning sobered up?
Well, Bagby's completely sober because Bagby doesn't drink.
And Crucible can't drink.
Well, he can, but it has absolutely no effect on him whatsoever.
What exactly did he say? Like, repeat word for word the entire conversation.
I repeat word for word the entire conversation.
Hell no. Roll history. Hell no.
From what my character is literally 2 minutes ago. Okay.
No, okay. Word for word the entire conversation, but that's on everybody here to remember, and I'm not going to try to repeat it.
Yes. Really, I just wanted to establish in-game that Bagby knew what was said, because Bagby's player knows what was said. And
Because Laura watched the video today. Okay.
Yes. So I'm avoiding metagaming by saying what exactly was said. Okay, now I know.
Oh.
So
Oh, don't try and paint it like you didn't say that just to troll me.
also that. So you say he got his memory back, but I think it kind of sounds to me like he might be confused in the timeline and
Well,
talking about the creation of the box, not the opening of the box like we were looking at.
he remembered most of our names, from when we showed up in Adinagard, but he threw in some other names,
Right.
people I had never heard of.
Josiah.
You know Josiah. Josiah is Jacob's first name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You might not know that, or he might not
you
know
said
that. But
Jesiah, not Josiah. Okay.
Josiah. Her name is Josiah.
So I think he might be confused on which Rite he's talking to.
Hmm.
Also, the fact that he mentioned that he needs a soul to create the box, and it can be either someone familiar with it or a baby, just continues to confirm my suspicion that Jenny is the box.
Yeah. Oh,
Either way, we need to heal his brain.
well. Like I said, if it's
We haven't quite figured out a way that can be done, though, right? Other than the shell.
Well,
What are you thinking, Bagby?
there are some doctors and more advanced medicine in Krasden.
what he has going on is consistent with certain head injuries. There's some internal bleeding, some hemorrhaging, so to speak. Not something that this little town's going to have something to deal with, but maybe if your doctors down there can do something. I gave him some stuff.
Lyra's been here the whole time, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I brought some stuff from the shop that should help alleviate the issues, try and keep things from getting worse, but I can't just fix him.
Hold on, we never took. I mean, the curse. We can't remember everything, right? But I'm almost certain we never took him down there, and I don't know how they'd all react. It's bad enough you guys told Bill today, but taking Aedrys?
I was thinking more we go and bring someone to him.
You got somebody down there that makes house calls?
I'm pretty much the new Nitma, so they'll do what I tell them to do.
Oh, wait a minute. But you saying that you're the new Nitma? I mean, so like you have control of all the people down there?
I might be the new Krasden, like, assembly spy master in training.
Now,
Holy
wait,
crap, that's
hold
kinda
on.
cool.
Hold on a second, baby doll. That's cute, but did Nitma tell them that?
It was heavily implied.
Because, way I remember it, you think one of those people down there tried to have you killed not too long ago.
They did. They did indeed. And I believe his name is Dulce, and I believe he might be working with people up here.
I don't know. This is loose.
It's loose, but it's an option that we have that doesn't bind him forever to Umberly.
Which sounds awful, yeah.
Now I don't know how things are done down there, but like the whole like master spy thing, is that something that you just kind of announce to everybody that you are? Like you can be both a spy and be super famous? Because honestly, that sounds like a little bit ridiculous and a terrible thing to base an entire series of books and movies off of.
I'm gonna put Bill in here too. Hey, look, it's Bill.
Hey, Bill.
I guess I should bring up Twitch, huh?
Don't that kind of defeat the point? Sorry.
Nitma is not the spy. Nitma is the spy master.
Yeah. So it's like if M was super famous. Got it.
Mm-hmm. It's a thought. We can
Any
always
loser.
just bind them to Umberly too. I don't think Duncan would be very excited about that, but
Yeah, and I didn't, and that's like, that's no different than what, Miracle had done to him, held him captive.
mm-hmm.
I think it's probably a better idea heading down to Krasden and finding someone who can help this guy.
All right.
You certainly, I mean, whether you are known to be the new spy ambassador or not, you certainly shouldn't go alone.
I probably won't announce it down there, but I mean, I know how to talk to my people.
I don't think y'all should go though. Josiah was pretty clear about you guys staying. Maybe
Is there a way we can get word down there?
maybe I don't know. Duncan and Joe happen to stay in town. I just spitballing here.
Well, they were going to help rebuild the statue, and I think Duncan could use a little alone time. And frankly, they were fighting. If we leave them here together, they have to talk to each other and make up and be best friends again. Not best friends. I'm Duncan's best friend, but close.
Maybe
They also seem really drunk. They'll probably be too hungover tomorrow to help.
Mike crossed to the Belgian beer monk. It might be.
Beer monk.
I hope
all monks are beer monks.
I hope magically all my hair comes back like that guy.
Do you think she would let just the three of us go? If it were to help Aedrys?
No reason not to ask. And let's be clear, you sneak off on your own, there ain't shit she could do.
I feel like we're already in enough trouble that maybe...
Sometimes it's
Pissing
better to
Josiah's
ask forgiveness than it is to ask permission.
Pissing Josiah's off is like waking up on a Tuesday. It just happens.
Well, do we want to go now since we're not drunk, or do we want to sleep and then go?
Well, in the interest of honesty, I did tell Aedrys I'd be right back. So I should at least say a few words to him before we take off.
Where did you tell him you went?
Bathroom.
Oh, dude, he's gonna want to check your prostate. You've been peeing a really long time.
And it's probably not. And it's probably not the way Joe checks your prostate.
He's not laughing. Why isn't he not laughing?
Yeah.
Listen, I can just say something embarrassing like I have IBS or something. I don't know.
That's not embarrassing. It's a real medical issue.
It is.
It is indeed. And this player character's dealing with it right now.
All right.
Hi, Internet.
So, this is kind of what I'm thinking. We get a few hours of sleep. Well, you get a few hours of sleep. I shut down for a little bit. We get up bright and early. I say before the sun comes up. Head out before Jacobs even notices.
Done.
That way, Ori's got a chance to go back and talk to Aedrys if he feels like he needs to.
I'll go with.
So are you all going up there, or is it just?
No, I'm gonna stick around downstairs.
Is there
I'm
something?
just-
Is there something you want to say to Bill or Lyra?
Nothing in particular. No.
Okay, cool. I will.
Good
I just
night.
don't know that there's anything I can add with Aedrys.
Alright. There's Aedrys. This picture, this set of files in OBS is bloated after 40 episodes. There's so many pictures.
But look at that beautiful, dirty wizard man.
He really is quite handsome, isn't he?
That's
Oh,
a
is it?
club.
He has blue eyes and red hair. That's supposedly the most uncommon combination of genes.
It's not green?
Nope. Green eyes on their own are the most uncommon, but blue eyes with red hair is the
Those
most
are both
uncommon.
recessive genes.
How old is Aedrys?
He's never told you, but he was a full-grown
He's gonna
adult.
be older than what he looks.
He was an adult when when they met him the first time, and that was, what, 18, 17 years ago? 19 years ago? So he's probably in his mid to late 40s at this point. I mean, he's holding together pretty good. Can't complain. Yeah, I tried to find somebody for the art. I tried to find something with some white in the beard. He's got a little bit.
A little bit.
Buddy.
He's not rocking it like me though.
Well, you got the proper salt and pepper.
I've got that weird Batman symbol on my face.
What?
Just this dark on top of the gray.
It looks like you did it on purpose. It looks great.
Anywho. All
right.
right, I'm sitting down by the fire.
Upstairs. He's still looking through his notebook. Oh, hey, Ori. That was a hell of a pee. You okay, man?
Oh, well, I'm okay is subjective. Truth be told, I kind of got caught up in a conversation on my way back up.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
The others are down there.
Bagby, you're not trying to sneak into the room or anything like that, are you?
I'm sitting outside the door.
Oh, you're waiting outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to listen.
Roll perception. Roll perception.
Okay.
My wife brought me food.
I won't. I don't want to overwhelm you with bringing everybody all in here at once. But they're concerned about you. It seems like maybe you took quite a bump on the noggin, along with some other injuries. How is your head feeling, by the way?
Oh, come to think of it, I have a pretty gross headache.
Well, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and find you somebody who can maybe help you with that. For now, I want you to keep taking the stuff I left for you over there on the desk. Okay, the dosage is all written out, or at least it should be. I'll make sure it's all up to date.
I couldn't tell. That's for me. Okay.
Yeah, you've already had a dose today, so you don't need to worry about more till tomorrow. But we should be back soon.
Ori, how sick am I? I have been a man of science and study for a long time. And I know when I'm not great.
Mhm.
I remember meeting you, but I remember meeting your dad, and I can't remember what happened first. And I remember going to my daughter's first day of school, but I can't remember when she was born.
Right. Well, truth be told, we don't fully know what's going on. We've we've done our best to try and figure out how to help you, and we're gonna find somebody who's more an expert on this stuff than us.
Am I old? Is my mind going?
Not well. You're a younger man than I, but
You're an elf. That's not fair.
only half. So no, you're not so old that that would be a normal thing to happen. Something seems to have happened, and we're gonna get a doctor who is more advanced than what we can find in this little podunk town that my friends and I have been in for the last many
Because
years.
we're not in a Dinagard.
Right. We're in Krasden.
I think who told me that? Someone told me that.
I think I told you that. But for now, just try to remember to take the dosages on that medicine. We'll have Lyra will still be here with you. And for that matter, I don't think Joe or Duncan will be going anywhere. But we're gonna look for help for you. I'm sorry that I don't know more about what's going on, but I think if I know, and I know it's a tall order because you're the type of person who wants to figure things out. But I think the less you stress out and think about it, the better.
Ori, did I do something terrible?
You know, I don't think so. But I think it's being made to look like you did. But you can't sit here and worry about that right now. Just try to rest.
Yeah.
You'll be as safe here as you are anywhere.
Yeah, okay. Okay. He gets up and walks over and sort of stares at the medication you had left for him.
Hey, give it to Lyra.
Do I hear her whispering through the door?
I didn't hear any of that. That's because I rolled a negative or a natural one on my perception check, so I don't know anything that's happening. I'm just yelling things. The metagaming pigeon is saying, "Caw-caw! Caw-caw!"
Shh. I'm gonna take a sling and I'm gonna put a rock in that pigeon.
Yeah, but we're gonna have but like I said, yeah, Lyra and Joe and Duncan will be here, and we'll have them looking after you. We'll be back soon. Okay, bud?
Yeah, yeah.
And I leave.
Okay.
When I open the door, is there a goblin attached to the other side after I close it?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like latched onto the door.
That door frame is really thick. It's really hard to hear through it. How did it go?
He's confused. He's confused and he's scared.
Do you think he should be left alone, or should we go get
We should have someone at least close by at all times. I'm not sure how good his short-term memory will hold up. He remembered something I said just a bit ago, but he didn't remember it was me who said it.
Crucible doesn't sleep. He could watch him maybe, unless he has something more important to do.
He could watch him tonight while the rest of us sleep, but I think you're gonna need help down there, and I think Crucible should be with us.
I meant tonight. During the day, he can be with any of the people who are awake, and hopefully we'll be back before tomorrow night.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's go fill Crucible in.
Okie dokie.
So we go back down to the table. Crucible, you're doing what you're doing. What are you going to say what state the other two are in? Or did one of them storm off? I can't remember.
Who? Who talking about?
Duncan and Joel.
I think they're both there.
Both still at the table. Okay. All right. We should all get some rest tonight, but Crucible, he remembers more, but he's still very scared and confused, and I'm worried if he's going to remember when he took the medication, that it's his medication. Do you think you could look after him overnight?
I mean, I can definitely spend my time in his room.
Also,
at some point, I gotta shut down for just a little bit, but.
Oh, right. Well, we could.
But I can definitely. I mean, for me being on shutdown, it's kind of like I don't know, kind of a security device. If I hear any big noise or anything like that.
Right. We need to make sure. Yeah, we need to make sure he sleeps through the night and that he doesn't wander off.
Right. And I can just position myself in front of the door.
He's got a motion sensing light. It turns on. A lot of squirrels tip it off. The roving gang of raccoons that Joe never dealt with in this town.
Right.
I thought he got them on a side project. He got them working on something.
He was going to, and then he never followed through with it.
Right.
It's broken promises right there.
That's something. That's something he should definitely look into while he's in town. Can't just leave things undone like that.
All right. Long rest. So go ahead and take it, everybody.
Take it. Take another little long rest in the game, baby.
Take some spell spots all freed up, oh yeah.
Dr. Pepper with cream soda.
How's that?
If you'd like a soda that's worse than Dr. Pepper and cream soda, Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
You don't like it?
So
It's
drink more
fine.
of it.
It's fine. It's just worse than both Dr. Pepper and cream soda. I don't. It's it's like we'll take two things, combine them, and make them both slightly worse.
As opposed to chocolate and peanut butter that both get better when you combine them.
Yes, and heart disease. The okay, next morning. Crucible, there were no issues during the night.
You know, bars, there probably is.
Ooh, there isn't.
But it's probably in Japan.
Wait till I get drunk next. There will be. The no, that's wasabi, Dr. Pepper.
Or wasabi Kit Kats.
Ew.
They're not bad, honestly. Better than the grape ones.
Okay.
Gross.
Next morning, y'all meet up.
There is Dr. Pepper chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
Aedrys actually, Crucible, wrote a very long note to himself next to the medication describing the situation.
He's mementoing the shit out of this.
He's aware he's broken. Well, he keeps becoming aware he's broken. It's not a super fun experience for him.
This makes me very sad.
Why? Because you thought he was evil forever?
I did think he was evil. And technically, I wasn't wrong.
Wow, that's what's more important here.
That we knew was not this nice Aedrys. It was evil Aedrys.
So would it be bad if he asked me the same questions he asked Ori, and I go, "Yep, yeah, you did some pretty crappy things," and just left it at that?
Do you want to do that?
No.
Does
Not
it
at
feel
all.
like that's what Crucible would do? Because I think there are times when that's kind of what Crucible would do.
Crucible likes to take lime juice and just throw it in the wound occasionally.
No,
Alzheimer-like symptoms are a
He's
fucking
just
fucked up thing to put
he's just
the-
blatantly honest sometimes.
So,
That's it. That's a synonym for being a dickhead. Everybody who says I'm just honest is often just being an asshole.
Yeah, it's just giving yourself a reason to be an asshole.
Yeah.
just telling it like it is.
Bruh. Gotta go with bruh. I was calling
Bruh.
everybody bruh last night. I thought it was funny. We were playing video games online like friends. Okay. It's so good and I can't stop. You gather early. It is early in the morning, so low tide is right now. However, you will still have to sneak down to the only entrance tall enough for Ori, but Crucible, more importantly. Maybe Ori could seal crawl through a couple of them, but
Literally.
yeah,
I could turn into a seal and crawl in.
it's true. Or a weevil.
Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down.
Weeble wobble.
I know.
The all right. So go ahead and roll perception to see if anybody's around. As a reminder, this is near Warehouse 3. Which I don't have. Do I have the map in here? Oh my god. There.
Since Crucible is not particularly sneaky, perhaps we would be best off coming up with a ruse as to why we are checking out this sewer system.
Okay, so it's over here between 3 and 4 is the
It's
actual
super early in
entrance.
the morning. And besides, I'm the head of, I'm the constabulary
Yeah,
at this.
but
I can check out anything I want to.
It's super early in the morning in a fishing village, so
So everybody's out.
So almost all the fishermen are out.
yeah. You know, a good half to 60% of the town is wandering around right now. So you are spotted, but like just greeted along your path because everybody knows you guys, right? As you go to, because you have to, it's a rock wall, a built-up rock wall along the side. As you go to drop down, hey, Crucible, this is a local fisherman getting readying nets. We'll call him Leslie.
Is that with a Y or an IE?
Yes. First one, then the other.
IEY.
Bagby
Leslie.
is peeing.
Leslie.
Leslie! The, Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, ever since all this stuff has been going on around here, I've, I got to take these perimeter checks. Just checking out everything. Making sure nothing's going on.
Okay. Well, you need a hand? I could grab a ladder off the boat or something.
No, we're perfectly fine here.
Okay.
I know it looks kind of odd, but I don't want to put you out.
Oh. Yeah, no big deal.
Yep. Thanks for the offer, friend.
Okay. You go down. The entrance you've used as an exit before when you were down last time, so you're able to navigate just fine. And Bagby can get you there. I wish she was here so I can ask her where she would take you.
Well, I mean, we probably just need to, stall for roughly a minute and a half.
So we're just wandering around at this point.
What's it? So, like, paint us a picture here. Like, how dark is it?
Exceedingly.
Exceedingly.
Not only is there not much light, but the light is coming up in the wrong direction because that entrance faces the west. There's no torches inside because why they wouldn't have any way to signify. So it's going to be very, very dark.
Mm-hmm. And does it track upward at all so that there is at some point dry ground below us, or is it kind of just always damp?
What it does is it treks down into a there's like a runway, and then a drop off into something, and then there's a bridge alongside of it.
But no matter how dark and spoopy it all is, I'm sure our knowledgeable guide, Miss Bagby, can get us to where we're going safely.
Bagby, where are you
I'm not
taking?
really good at seeing in the dark here. I hope you're heading us in the right direction.
Should be.
Where are you taking him, Bagby?
To Krasden then.
Yeah, but how?
The way I know how to get there.
Okay. So you're going to go to your village and then try to take the electric rail.
And then I used to take the trolley.
In my day.
Okay. Yes.
All of this used to be mushroom groves, far as the eye can see.
This actually will take you back through your village. So if you'd like to visit anybody, you have an opportunity here.
We're kind of on a time-sensitive thing, so I probably won't stop much for family visits, unless I run into them, and then I will say hello, but yeah, it's mostly, we're on a mission.
Okay. Yeah, you don't run into a lot. Everyone says hello, obviously, when they do see you. Nobody of note. Siblings of different seasons, but that's about it. You get to the guard that protects the rail system.
Hello, good sir.
Hello.
We are needing transportation to Krasden, please.
I have been informed that I am not allowed to send anybody to Krasden from the surface.
Why?
In Nitma's absence, Councilman Dulce has assumed control of surface relations, and no one is to visit the city.
Is he here?
No.
And you know us, we're your friends.
Hey, come on.
Do you cast friends on him?
I charm on him. that was the...
Oh, okay. So what do I need to roll something? What am I rolling?
Let me... wisdom saving throw need to be to 15.
Does not. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bagby. And elf guy and metal person.
That's right, those are our given names.
I've known you guys for now, and Bagby for most of my life, and I'm so sorry. All right, come on in. Hey, can you just like not say anything that, or like fly under the radar, because he was pretty scary old man last time. So yeah.
I am aware of Councilman Dulce.
He was mad. He was really mad last. Okay, and yeah, cool. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. We sure don't want to make his day any worse, so I assure you, we plan to have as little contact with Councilman Dulce as possible.
But as we're traveling, because, you're the conductor and you come with us, right?
Well, yeah, I have to.
Why was he mad?
All aboard. Everybody's down. If you need to belt up, please do. We travel at high speeds, and remember, keep your all appendages of different size and length inside of the vehicle at all times, because they will be ripped off. There is no stopping.
Strange pirate man sitting on the train with us just goes...
There's a guy with 2 peg legs and 2 peg arms. Do as he says.
I had a defiant streak in me back in the day, but I learned good.
That was a terrible last Saturday. All right. You're traveling. Again, everybody roll a con check real quick, because this is not something you're super comfortable with or have done all that often.
Oh, it's times like this I sure wish Joe was with us.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
So
only
somebody
helped
could-
with saving throws, not checks. Son of a bitch, you're roller, Patrick.
Okay, so you're hard gripping the belt, and you're starting to get queasy. Okay.
Also need Joe here so that he can be the one to get vomited on.
For 10 minutes after the ride stops. Okay, I'll tell you when that is. You are at disadvantage. Okay.
Okay.
On damn near everything. Oh, he was just, he was talking about how Nitma had shirked her responsibilities, and then he got mad because pretty much everyone told him that she has her reasons, and yeah, and he was mad that you guys were ignoring his missives, or the council's missives, and yeah, he was just mad,
I'm not sure how I could have been ignoring his missives. I've never even met her.
Also, I don't remember getting any.
I'm sorry, you're not feeling well right now. Can you rephrase that?
I don't remember getting any.
You know, I don't want to say this, but I feel like I have to. Bagby, you're looking a little green.
When I vomit, it will be on you.
Well, Joe's not here. Yeah. The
Come on. Ori, give her a break. You know, it's not easy being green.
I will also vomit on you.
he said that there'd been orders and that you guys were willfully ignoring them. Sorry. I didn't know anything about it.
Oh no, it's quite all right. Thanks for letting us know. I mean,
I'm not sure we know anything about it either.
yeah, we'll have to get that all sorted out because
He says
quite
it-
honestly, we haven't been getting those missives.
Oh.
So
Okay, well, that's easy to explain then. Oh, good. He said if we were conspiring against him, he'd he'd work to reassign the family. I wouldn't want that. I like fish.
I will take care of it.
Did you poop?
No.
I poop just a little. Okay. You arrive in Krasden. Let me go ahead and put that up on stream. Boop. Nope, that's not it. There it is. But it's small because I haven't used this picture since we've been in fucking quarantine. I'm just gonna make it real big. There we go. For everybody who doesn't remember what it looks like, it's up on stream. You exit near the council chambers again. If you remember, you're very close to that on your exit.
If I didn't feel like I was going to vomit, I would say we should go pay Councilman Doss a visit. But I don't know that will be much help.
we might have to save that for another day anyway. You know how bureaucrats can be. We might get tied up in that conversation a very long time if you follow.
Right.
Might really want to lock down the details.
Right.
All right, if that'll be all, Bagby. I gotta get going.
Well, we'll need the Rite back.
Oh, that's not a problem. Just use a switcher. Everybody knows how to use the switcher.
Pretend like I don't.
Is it coin operated? Do we have to toss a coin to our switcher?
Hey, Patrick, can you kick him from the Zoom call? I don't know if there's a way to do that, but
I
that
can
would be...
mute him.
Okay.
Which one is he, though? They're both green.
All I have to do is mouse over his picture.
Well, give me a break, guys. I'm dying.
He goes, well, I suppose I could wait a little bit, but... yeah, okay, I'll wait.
Let me check to see how long that lasts.
I mean, if you show me how to use the switcher, then you don't need to wait.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem. Here, he takes you to a very elaborate console at the head of the Bank of Inroads. Now, roll perception real quick.
Here goes disadvantage. A roll 1. A roll 2. 12.
You did notice on the way in that lines connect here and there, sometimes very abruptly, and jarringly. And he proceeds to explain that every destination has sort of an address you need to type it, like program into it. It's not like you push one button and you end up where you need to go. You need to sort of program the switches along the way and make sure it ends up in the right way. He tells you the program. You believe you heard it.
Oh, great. Okay.
Blue, green, blue, blue, red, green, green, yellow.
Blue, green, blue, blue, red, green, green, yellow.
Telling me the switcher's just a game of Simon.
Yeah, it's going to say.
If Crucible or Ori would like to roll perception, you may.
Okay. Feel like I would have a sudden fascination with. Oh my gosh.
That's a
11.
5.
Not great.
Bagby with disadvantage did better than both of you. So.
Yep. That's a thing that happened. This is gonna go great.
Sick monk.
Crucible, you also believe you remember it. Ori, he lost you at the programming word that you've never heard before.
Gosh darn short-term memory loss.
I'd be able to solve it if only I could get over the short-term memory loss. So, Bagby.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves you.
Okay.
From here, Krasden is a big place.
Mm-hmm. And one that I did not frequent.
You had literally never been there until episode 1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll do a look.
That's actually probably not true. You'd probably been there to get to your monastery. You'd probably been through a few times.
Mm-hmm.
They were more direct routes, however.
In those times, do I ever remember seeing anything that would look like a medical complex?
You may roll history.
work so much better if you had ever been injured.
This will not be a disadvantage, by the way.
Oh, wonderful. 15.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Your memory wouldn't be fucked up by being nauseous. The 15. No, you had never. I mean, you had been treated for medical purposes, but always within the monastery, right? You train too hard, get your ass kicked. One of the two. However, you are aware there is an higher education academy that often studies this sort of thing. You have never, however, never been.
Well, I would take off in a direction away from the council chambers.
Uh-huh.
And I would ask for directions. Like a responsible person.
Look at her asking for directions, fellas. You know what I'm talking about? Shameful.
I don't understand what you're saying to me.
I'm really confused as to what we're doing here. Like, you mean we're not going to just keep going place to place, guessing and making sure everyone knows? Oh, I'm pretty sure it's over here.
Nope.
Till you get us. Okay.
I might stop at the stall of a merchant.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll say orc individual, female, well dressed.
Good day to you.
Good day to you as well. May I interest you in our fine fabrics?
Ooh, can you make bags out of them?
Of course, we can make anything.
Like you can make them and then I can pick them up later?
Well, there is a bit of an order. We can rush that order for a slight fee.
Oh, I got unfocused. I'm sorry. We are looking for the Academy of Higher Learning.
The academy. Have you not been?
I am a monk, and I trained at the Temple of Shadows. So I've been through a couple times, but not a frequenter, no.
Well, you simply, and she gives you directions. Roll perception. How much were you paying attention?
15.
You could ask.
Good luck there, bud.
Hey, little buddy.
Oh, hey there, guy. How are you? Not sure. Is that a Ninja Turtles shirt?
It is, and pants.
Nice.
You are able to consume the information.
Good.
You feel appropriately. It is down towards the lava flows. Yeah, there you go. It is down towards the lava flows.
Okay. I am relatively familiar with that area. That was on the way to my monastery, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you for the directions and for your time. Perhaps if this goes quickly, I will stop by and peruse your fabrics and put in an order for a nice bag. In the meantime, please take this 8 silver.
Oh, thank you very much for your surface coin.
Right. It works the same. I forgot to stop at the currency exchange.
No, Bubba, that doesn't work.
Do we know where the currency exchange is? We are seeking medical services. I mean, maybe they have socialized medicine. Maybe they're more advanced than we are here. But, you know. Hard to tell.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Is Daddy tickling you?
Okie dokie.
Okay, give that a kiss.
Okay. Love you. All right. You go to, unless you sidetrack yourself, you go to the academy. Now, the Krasden Academy is equal parts college and mad science, do whatever the fuck you want laboratory.
So the College of Winterhold. Got it.
Sure. Entering the district, and it's not designed like a lot of the districts of Krasden that they're put together to sort of be their own inclusive communities, right? They have their own shops, they have their own restaurants, they have their own markets. The academy is just the academy. They have places to live and places and laboratories, and that's about it. And it's very utilitarian in design, while the rest of this is Dwarven inspired and the creativeness of Goblin thrown on top of. This is straight halls, 90-degree angles, very functional. The College of Medicine is clearly marked upon entering the district. There's nobody to stop the comings and goings. There's no guards posted at the front. But there's also very few past clear academics walking in and out. There's no purpose to be here otherwise. You arrive at the College of Medicine. It is a simple double door at the front. Do you enter?
Mm-hmm.
Pushing your way in, it is a... You find yourself in a lobby of sorts, right? Well lit. A large placard on the wall giving the statutes of scientific method. And then there's just a bunch of hallway exits in all directions.
Perhaps we should find the faculty offices.
Crucible, Ori.
Yeah, I'm not quite exactly sure who we're looking for or what type of person we're looking for. So it doesn't hurt to stop and ask somebody, right?
Of course not. So, Bagley will start to sort of wander down the hall.
I will start looking for people as well.
Perception.
Jeez.
How long was that walk from?
Plenty long enough.
Okay, so no more disadvantage.
It's not just a walk too. You probably had to take a certain amount of public transportation and large public elevators, and I mean you really had to travel.
Yep.
I'm guessing I find the College of TV VCR repair.
You're just stealing bar stuff now. They straight up just stealing his jokes. It's on screen. The viewers at home can tell you stole it.
That's why it's not stealing, it's paying homage.
Did you say homage?
He did say homage.
With a hard H?
Yep. That's how you say it, with a hard H.
All right.
I rolled a dirty 20.
That's a 12 for Crucible. Crucible?
Yes, it is.
Who are you looking for?
I'm just looking for someone who looks like they know what they're doing. Not necessarily a student type person, but someone who might be
The only person you
teaching
can
faculty.
The only person you can clearly identify that isn't a student, because everyone's sort of wearing the same things, is a janitor.
Then I'm looking for a student instead.
Okay. Could be anybody in the crowd.
Right. So I pull someone aside. Excuse me, do you happen to know anybody here that can fix heads?
Bagby, you've noticed with your dirty 20 that everybody was staring at Ori and Crucible as they entered the district. First off, elves that aren't drow are almost never here. Secondly, a warforged just wandering around. So they have everyone's attention before Crucible started talking to people.
How many students have tried to buy weed from me so far?
None of them. Actually, they're active. They're taking notes on you if they're doing
joking.
anything. They're not even trying to talk to you.
I know, it was a joke.
What I'm sorry, sir. What did you need from me?
Yeah, someone who fixes heads. You know, like the insides of them. I'm looking for someone like in the medical profession, possibly, or spiritual healing. Yeah, we got a friend who's got a brain issue going on, and I'm looking for someone who can fix heads.
Do you believe psychosomatic situation?
You know, psychosomatic. That's when there's a they think they have the problem, or something happens in their life, and it's symptomatic, but they don't really have what they've got.
So, a mental disorder.
No, I think it's physical. I think there's something going on inside this guy's head, like possible bleeding or tumors. Or see, the thing is, I'm all metal. I don't have these problems.
Yeah, and if you're ever interested in potentially a dissection, we would put you back together as best we could. I'm doing a biology class, and we've covered Warforged, but we've never actually. I've never thought I'd see one.
All right.
Whoa.
Well, look, can we put a pin in that and get back to my original question? Is there someone here who specializes in the healing arts of the physical condition of the head?
Where is your neuroscience department?
Surgical. Down the corridor 3.
And who is the chair?
It'd be Dr. Scalplin.
Fitting name. Okay, thank you very much.
I mean, goblins are.
Think
named
about
after-
it, Mr. Warforged. Just. Took my shot.
So I should probably remind the two of you that non-drow elves and warforged are not usually like seen down here, so you're probably going to get stared at and asked to be studied.
Crucible, at this point, you would definitely notice the getting stared at. Ori is just oblivious.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, Bags. What were I was miles away. What's going on?
You look weird down here.
I look weird most places I go.
Right. But down here you have a bunch of smart goblins who want to take you apart and understand why you work.
Oh. I'll be careful then?
Just so you know. Okay, Dr. Scalpel.
Scalplin.
Scalplin.
He's the scalpel goblin. Scalplin.
I will go in the direction that she told me.
Okay. Yes, you head through surgical. Surgical department is vast as well, branching off. This whole academy seems to branch. Seems to branch in sort of like a spider web thing, right? They're interconnected at different points, but it just keeps getting wider and wider, the net. Roll survival.
All of us?
Everybody or just Bagby?
I would say Crucible and Bagby. Ori is suffering from his one.
To 1T1.
Natural
Wahoo!
20.
What? Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Whether to my... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ori. What were you saying?
Whether to my detriment or not, because Bagby brought up the thing that I was out of place, I would throw my hood up.
Okay. Which makes you look more like a drug dealer. Both of you are able to find the neuroscience in surgical. Not a problem. Bagby, it is mostly unmarked. But there is a unmarked door that says coffee inside, and you see clearly teachers wandering in and out.
I will walk over and I will knock.
You're almost run over as somebody walks back out.
Oh, excuse me.
This is faculty only.
I know, I'm actually here looking for a Dr. Scalplin.
Scalplin. There's student, I think. Yes. Out wanders an older goblin. Thin, long beard, Fu Manchu sort of situation, coming off the end of his chin. If you're hoping to enter the neurosurgical program, I cannot help you directly. You need to test and apply. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I have an opportunity for you or for a very promising student.
Whoa! Do I get to crack that thing open?
No. But we have a friend who is a human.
Pass. He starts walking back.
Brain tumor.
Pass.
You don't want to look at the human brain tumor?
He sighs and turns around. Follow me to my office. Here. Want a big guy. Carry my tea.
Ready?
Technically, they're both big.
Well, then you guys pick which one.
I guess I just grab it and I'm just like, tea's probably a good choice. I was kind of worried when I saw that there were goblins drinking coffee.
They're in college. It's how you survive. The I have dissected many human brains. Do you have any idea how many humans get lost in what they call mine shafts or dungeons? Oh my god.
Yes.
We basically have new stock every single week. What makes this one any more interesting to me, young lady? Oh, I didn't catch your name. I'm sorry.
Oh, my name is Bagby.
Bagby. Pleasure. Well, I get why the bags, yes.
You may know my grandmother Nitma. She knows a lot of people.
I've met once at a fundraiser for the academy. I've heard more than I know in person.
Yes. This particular human would be of interest to you, one, because he is a wizard and very skilled with the magical arts. Two, because he took part in a type of ritual that spell that made brain forgetting. So he has portions of his memory that are blocked and locked.
Well,
Three, he was possessed potentially by the god of death for about 3 years. So that potentially could have been the cause of this brain tumor. And four, he is starting to gain his memory back, but in fragments and not in a linear timeline. Blink, 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 blink.
okay.
Also, unlike the people who fell down the mine shaft, he's still alive.
A lot of them are as well. 3 points, little goblin. 1, magic doesn't generally have an effect on brains. It's a synapse firing thing. There's no physical change in biochemistry or anything of that nature. 2, I have 83 grandchildren. I gotta assume Nitma has as many, if not more. So you're not impressing me with that one. And 3, it sounds like your friend took a bad hit to the head. I don't know what to tell you.
I didn't want to pull this card, but I will. We're the Rite of Protection.
The what and the how now?
Well, that was my one ace in the hole, and apparently we are not as important and or famous as my grandma led me to believe.
Roll persuasion.
This is going to be good. Ooh, 19. I did okay.
All right. I'll bite. Say I believe you. Say I believe that a god, Helmy god, possessed this being, and it caused some sort of malformation or damage to his cerebellum. Yes?
Huh?
And say I believe that you are truly an important member of Nitma's family, and not just a grandkid.
I mean, she told me I was her favorite, and I'm taking over her job when she dies.
Do you have any idea how many favorites I have to? How many times I've had to say a kid is my favorite?
That's true. You all lie.
And Nitma doesn't really seem like the type that would lie to spare someone's feelings.
I agree with that. Elf? Wow. Okay. Hood doesn't do much when I can see up in it, kid.
Sorry, it's just a habit. I try not to be recognized.
I'll do you a favor. You bring your friend to me. I have free surgical time tomorrow. Okay? I will run a brief exam if I believe more is needed or warranted. I will take a closer look, okay?
Yeah, he's not here.
Well, then what the hell does good...
We don't necessarily believe that travel is good for him.
Well,
It may cause him more harm than anything else.
He's also upstairs.
What floor?
I believe she means really top floor.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Like, sky?
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this perfectly clear, young Bagby. You want me to go Helmyside to take a look at a human who probably doesn't have a malformation? The head of neurosurgery at the Krasden Academy.
Think what kind of publication that would bring. Adventure to the surface.
You're aware people get arrested for that, right?
What's life without the few risks?
You're really swinging for the fences here, and I appreciate that. I wouldn't have any of my equipment. I wouldn't have any way to properly scan or take a look at his brain without cracking his skull open. And that's not smart. The brain, you kind of want to keep it in the skull. I don't know if you're new to this whole medicine thing.
I'm not medical at all. No.
He's never been down here, and I'm not sure if we want to show a Helmy this place.
You're asking for a lot of illegal. One way or the other.
There's a lot riding on this. And this person. And I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
Fine. I'll do you this solid. You claim you are the favored... You seem like a summer child. Summer child. They're always the hopeful ones, goddammit. You seem like you claim to be the favorite summer child of a council member. You get the council to write off on me going up there with a journalism crew and a handful of assistants and equipment. And I'll do it. I will ride this blank check all the way to the bank.
I will see what I can do.
All right. Those are my terms. Good talking to you, kid. Craziest fucking story. He starts to wander off. I've heard all goddamn day. What the fuck is that?
You know, our charm spell, little charm spell, has served us well so far. I'm not sure it's gonna work on Dulce.
I got a question for both of you. You think Aedrys would not survive a teleport to this place?
He might survive a teleport, but I don't know if his brain would survive the overstimulation of information. Just learning that he had missed 3 years sent him on a spiral backwards. Can you imagine him opening his eyes and seeing all of this down here?
Could always anesthetize him ahead of time. But it's... I think we kind of established our plan. We just kind of gotta...
Like how Bar's plan is to assault an old man in the middle of a city.
I didn't want to pull this card, but stunning strike. Damn, I wish I would have thought of that.
Yes, that would have been a good idea. Smuggle out the head of Neros.
Why
I think
not?
seems like we got our path kind of laid out in front of us, and we...
Where the heck are we going to find the rest of these things that he needs? How are we going to arrange for this?
It sounds like we gotta talk Dulce, who hates us, by the way.
You technically know another council member.
There's also Axum, and the Axum doesn't hate us as much.
Oh, I thought he meant the whole council had to be down with it.
No,
I
he
mean,
said
not-
a council member.
Oh. Well, yeah, ask Axum. Gotta ask him a question.
If he's in the city.
If he's in the city. Also, technically my grandma is a council member. If I could get in touch with her. I don't know how. I don't know how to send a message that
Maybe
far.
she's home and she'll invite us in for tea and cookies.
She was staying in that place where the working was coming. That I don't remember its name.
Oh, Last Watch?
Last Watch.
Outside of Last Watch, yes.
Mm-hmm.
How far is that? I could send a mole.
It's kind of far.
I wish that Lyra would teach me how to use her magic paper.
It's not magic paper. You already know what that is.
Pocket dimension. I suppose we could trek back upstairs and ask Lara to send Nitma the message.
Here's an alternative, too. Actually,
I
there's a
could
couple.
also...
There's a lot of interesting ways this could go. My brain is totally clicking right now.
Nitma did verbally name me her successor. I could go claim her council seat. Or try.
Did she give you anything written?
I don't think she gave me anything. She just told me it's what was happening.
Oh boy. Anyway, we could cause the council to have to meet. Then they would all show up.
Maybe we start with seeing who's in.
I mean, he says we only need one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
How good are you
Well,
at forging signatures, Crucible?
No. Who's all on the council?
Nitma, Dulce, and Axum are the 3 that I know.
Well, with Duncan gone, maybe we have a chance at making friends with another council member.
I mean, you got ins with Nitma.
Mm-hmm. But she's not here. That's the hard part. I don't have a good way of contacting her.
Besides the pocket dimension or sending a critter.
I'm going to have to face Dulce eventually. And if we haven't been getting his missives, this could be our opportunity to set things right with him.
Yeah, possibly.
Also could be a great chance to end up dead or in prison.
Also true.
I'll defer to you. You know this place best, but Dulce gives me the creeps.
Oh, for sure. I'm pretty sure he's the one who tried to kill me.
And
Yeah,
that's
that
probably
tracks.
one reason not to go to him.
Unless I can prove that he tried to kill me, and then I have leverage. And I don't have to have exactly hard proof. We know what William Billy said. We can always lead him to believe that I have solid proof. Gauge his response and reaction.
You know, I'm wondering if we're just making things more complicated than you need to be.
That doesn't sound like you guys.
Exactly.
Aedrys has been dead for 10 days. We're still discussing how we're going to get council approval.
I mean, for me personally, I just think it's probably easiest to find a way to reach out to Nitman than trying to convince anybody else.
I would agree.
How far is last watch from here? In
Well,
miles.
let's take a look at the map. Monitor 2.
It's the map, it's the map, it's the map.
So, you are basically underneath Krasden, right? Much bigger, but basically underneath Krasden here. Okay? Last watch is clear down here. So.
But there was a goblin hole in Last Watch, which means there might be a light rail that goes there, or at least close.
There was
If
a
you-
light rail, if you remember.
Should we just go?
But it ended at. It went from Last Watch to. What the fuck was the name of that town?
Hobbiton?
Basically.
I can't remember the name of that little town either.
Sumbris.
Sumbris.
To Sumbris, and it ended. But there was another door at the exit in Sumbris that nobody investigated.
And how far is Sumbris from Last Watch?
From Last Watch?
Mm-hmm.
Damn near equidistant from where you're at now.
So wait, I need the essentially the light rail stops. The light rail from
So
Krasden.
on the stream right now. I have it up. Okay.
Mhm.
18. Number 18 is Last Watch. Number 5 is Sumbris. There was the light rail that ran from underneath Ragnoth's
Mhm.
Ruthgar's shop ran there. It stopped there. There was another exit before you had to go up top. And it actually was outside of town. It technically wasn't in town.
So the question is there
A way
an
to
active
get
light
from-
rail or a way to quickly get from Kraz to Sumbris?
We can go back to the light rail station and see if they have a map or a guide and ledger to their switcher. It's a starting point.
You have to assume there's a way to get there. Nitma got to Last Watch presumably entirely underground.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if Nitma's definitely our ticket, then I suppose we may as well go to her. We could always send her a message, but we're going to be waiting for her to get back to us either way. So, may as well go pick her up.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. All right.
How much time has passed since I charmed the trolley dude?
It's probably been an hour.
Okay, well, we probably shouldn't. If we don't have to ask him for help, we probably don't need to.
Okay. You head back up top, yes? To the light rail station.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's many stations all across the city, but you go to the one that you know of. There are many switcher controls. People are constantly coming in and out using them. There is no specific map. There is a map to different parts of the city. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
I'll try and grab someone as they're using the switcher.
Okay.
Excuse me.
High or low?
Low.
Okay. Yes. What can I do for you?
Sorry, I mean, we're all a little new to the city, but we're needing to get to Sumbris. Is there a station that you know of here that goes there?
Don't know what that is. Is that a district or what's a Sumbris?
It's a city, another city. We'll see if we can find someone who knows. Thank you.
Okay.
I think travel outside the city might just be a spy thing.
Oh man, I wish that Grandma would have trained me more.
All right. I'm gonna help. Okay.
Do you know anyone else in town that can help us?
Aside from Axum and Dolls, nope.
I meant
You-
help us figure out the light rail.
Aside from Axum and Dolls, nope.
You do know somebody who's used the light rails a certain amount.
My kinda. But I don't know if he's here.
You know where he is.
Well, he's with Axum's camp.
No.
Yeah?
No. He got injured, remember?
Right, but I thought they were getting him a leg and he was going back. Because I was super concerned that he was going back.
No. Was that true?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nitma told me that they were getting him a leg and that he was planning on going back. Because I remember having a upsetting freak out about him not just sitting back in.
I was pretty sure he got... Nitma put him to work, actually.
Yeah, I got him reassigned somewhere.
Or maybe that's what I was upset about, was that Nitma put him to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know what that means, where he is.
But
That-
Nitma would know.
Yes.
And while you cannot get to Nitma right now, if perhaps she kept track of things...
I can get to her office in the capital, or in the council chambers,
Or...
or back home. God, that's a lot of back and forth. Oh.
You're right next to the council district.
Mm-hmm. Didn't she have a place here? Not just an office in the council building. She had
She
a
stashed us there.
Yup.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay. It's in the council district. You're right next to it. Are we stealthing? Is the Crucible stealthing?
The Crucible can try to stealth.
I don't know how we'd stealth in a city of goblins with a Warforged and a not drow.
It's true. Well, you just walk on in then. All right. You stopped at the front of the council district by guards. Business.
I am Councilwoman Nitma's second. I'm here on official business.
Name, please.
Bagby.
Yes, you are on the list. Right. Protector Bagby. Right this way. How can we be of service?
These two are with me.
Yeah, yes. Yes.
I need access to Councilwoman Nitma's private quarters, please.
Absolutely, right this way. Do you need a herald provided?
No. This should be handled with discretion. I don't need anything heralded.
Okay. He looks up at Crucible. Discretion. Yes.
Right, I'm aware.
Yeah. He takes you to the building you've been before. It's in... There's a fountained center to this... it's not a big district. It's sort of a circular, and then at the far end there's a bridged walkway to the council chambers, which you have also been before. One of the brownstone style buildings along the side is the where you had been with Nitma. If you remember, the first floor is basically all like clerical. It's a bunch of desks and people feverishly writing and taking notes and filing and stuff like that. I'm not allowed in, but here you are. Master Bagby. Master Crucible, Master Ori. I should say, generally required to say your presence in the council. Should I not?
You should not. Or if you are required to, walk in and just whisper it to where no one else could hear you, but technically you said it.
Don't worry. He sort of pulls back a bit of his lapel, and it shows the symbol of Gorm.
Yes.
We have been informed that you walk with us. I will do my best.
At the very least, just to make sure Councilman Dulce doesn't know.
Yeah, fuck that dude. He starts to walk away.
Oh, also,
Yes.
sorry. Councilman Dulce has been making some reports and claims that the Rite has not been adhering to their duties and not replying to missives that were sent to them. If you have a moment, can you try and procure what missives he's speaking of? We have not received any.
I can get those to you in a moment, but I am close with Councilman Axum. He has me be eyes and ears for the front gate here. These missives have been made by the council. There is a rumor going around that Nitma's been hiding them.
That tracks.
She has been arguing that they are distracting from the true problem.
Well, there is indeed a true problem.
It is part of her job, however, to pass off this information to you. If you have not been receiving it, I'm sorry, but I'll need to tell Master Axum of this at least.
Is he here?
No. Left yesterday. He is slated to return tomorrow late.
I would like to speak with him, if possible.
I can send a messenger immediately.
When we are through here, we will be returning to Krasden. He can meet me below.
I've been trying to reach Master Nitma. She has not responded. Do you happen to know where she is?
I do know where she is, and I know why she doesn't respond. Trust me when I say it is a dire situation that we are urgently trying to remedy. She is not shirking her duties. In fact, she is placing herself at the center of a very high-risk situation.
I will ask no more of you. I will simply relay. Axum feared her death.
Frankly, I do too.
I thank you very much for answering my questions. He bows
I'll be
and
with you.
he bows and then takes off.
All right, ransack. Anything you can find.
Well, inside, again, first floor, is people working on all sorts of shit. And they definitely notice your presence upon entering. Doesn't slow them down, but they notice you're there. A young female goblin runs up to you. Mistress Bagby! Mistress Bagby! Where is your grandmother?
She is away on very important business. I can say no more than this.
That will not serve. The council is moving against her. We cannot stall any longer.
When do they meet?
3 days time.
I will be here.
We cannot buy any more time. We have bought as much as we can. I'm sorry.
I will be here.
Okay. And she's left direct orders. We are
Where?
with you. We are with you, Mistress Bagby. We are aware of her will wishes.
I appreciate this. Thank you. We will be in her quarters.
Oh, if you can. There's a stack of recent news. Under her orders, you would be allowed to sign off?
I will take a look.
12 hours later.
Not joking. Yeah, you go in there and there's like a stack on her desk of shit.
Ugh. Grandma, what did you do?
Kind of not do is what's happening here. But yeah, you can all... Let's roll investigates, and why don't you all tell me what you're looking for? I know it's kind of broad strokes, and I know I'm not giving you a lot here, but let's role play it out.
Well, I would probably be skipping the middleman. Instead of looking for Coinda's reassignment, I would just be looking for basically a mapping of the spy tunnel system.
Okay. Or you
I'll
could
be
tell me,
looking for the
or you could tell me
reassignment.
like if you don't want to pick a specific thing, you can pick like an area.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I'm just trying to figure out how to get us to Sombras.
Right. So everybody roll investigate real quick. Another natural 20.
Makes up for your 2 critical fails earlier.
It does.
Patrick,
Patrick, you're a roller!
it's weighted, and I call bullshit.
It's not weighted favorably for me, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
No dice has ever been weighted favorably for you, Philip. They have never made one.
I feel like I had some pretty good luck with the last iteration before this one of the roller.
All right, so that's a 4. Yeah. You're not able to find a set of maps or anything like that. Crucible, is that a 17 or 19?
That is a 14.
14, much different. Is there a specific area or thing?
I would be looking for his reassignment.
Coinda?
Yep.
There is a ledger of it's labeled family. And the first 2 pages are a scrapbook. It looks like an old lady's scrapbook. But very quickly it becomes like pictures with like annotations underneath. Or large note pages stuffed in behind the pictures. And there's a picture of Coinda.
I'd start sifting through that, resisting all temptation to look up anything about Bagby.
Okay, real quick. Bagby?
As much as I think she wants to know about like where Coinda is or how to get in touch with Nitba, I think she wants to try and find any like plans, overarching manifesto. What essentially she's looking for, what the fuck does Nitma want me to do? what is her end game.
Or not do.
Yeah.
And you rolled a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
You're shuffling around her desk, right? And you open the bottom drawer, and it's a tea set. She loves tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one of her nice ones, too. You've seen it a couple times before. It's like one of her nice ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you close it real quick. Then you open it back up and realize that the bottom of the thing is higher than it should be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. False bottom.
You open the false bottom, and inside is a series of notes. But on top is a sealed letter that says, Begbie.
I take that and I read it right away.
Okay, Crucible. About Coinda. He is, let's roll. I feel like we should roll for this a little bit. Because it's not, it seems like gibberish at first. And you decipher this is probably coded in some way, right?
So, investigation?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Investigation to decipher a cipher.
Yeah.
It almost feels like it would be something else, but I can't think of what.
Yeah, it's complete gibberish to me.
I guess I'll do another investigation roll. Not much better.
It's complete gibberish to both of you.
Yeah, it's complete gibberish. But I go ahead and I take this book
Okay.
and I take it over to Bagby.
Okay, Bagby, the letter, as read. If you're reading this, you're searching through my things. And for that, I'm proud of you, girl. Grandma loves you very much. And I hope I'm not dead. If somebody's killed me, kill them back. Thank you. If I'm not dead, and you're just looking for information of some kind, there is one way to get a hold of me, round stop. First off, take the stamp that has my signature on it. And stamp all of the shit on my desk. I don't care what it is, just stamp it. Secondly, if you
I start
stamp...
doing that while I'm reading.
Secondly, if you stamp one of Lyra's letters, I can send it back. Lyra doesn't know this, and I'd kind of like to keep it to myself. I helped her set it up a long time ago. And, I love her, but she'd be real mad I kept it from her. I can't help it. I lie. I'm a spy master, for fuck's sake. You're gonna be good at this job, kid. If you find this, do me a favor. Reseal it so it looks like it never happened, and then write a note at the bottom. It'll make me a little giddy finding it. Love you.
My pen. Right. Love you, Grandma. I might totally be starting a war with dolls. It's a possibility. I also might be stepping in and taking over your role in the council while you're still alive. It's totally fine. Penis. Bye. I draw a dick. Back in the...
So you have to you have to properly reseal it now, so it looks like it was never.
Feel like
A wax seal. That's how you do a wax seal. We'd
have licky envelopes in Kraz. We're very
okay, fair enough.
Clean scanners. We have licky envelopes.
Yeah, but wax seals are more fancy.
They're cooler. They're way cooler. All right.
And I'm starting to feel like the player playing Bagby is hanging around the players playing the other characters entirely too much.
Yeah.
The player playing Bagby's also had a fourth of a bottle of wine, so...
So, Bagby, you were brought by Crucible. Crucible, go ahead and show her. Crucible, you're showing her the thing. Okay.
Look at these baby photos! Look, that's Porkham's butt.
Yes, well, there's Porkham's butt, but I'm more concerned with the Goinda here.
Oh.
If there's any information, I can't. I'm sorry. It's gibberish to me. As much as I tried to make some sense of it, I can't.
Is it investigation again? Is that the roll you want?
You rolled a natural 20. I won't make you roll it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It is gibberish, but the first 2 letters of each quote-unquote word actually spell stuff out. And it's it just says currently checking in Axum. Personal guard.
He's with Axum.
Oh, well, that's a relief, probably.
There is also an annotation about his leg. And it said, Advanced Northern Dwarves.
Oh, they may have gotten his leg or are planning on getting his leg from the Northern Dwarves. I know we talked about going north at some point, but there you go. There are some Northern Dwarves involved.
If he got sent up there to get installed, maybe we could ask him a few questions about up there if we see him later.
That's a good idea if they had to send him there to get his new leg.
You never know.
Well, here's an idea that I just had. Dr. Scalplin needs a council member to quote-unquote sign off on his expedition to the surface. She's just going to pick up Nitma's stamp.
It is just a stamp of her signature.
We get one of those staffers down there to write it up. I stamp it. We got ourselves a council member's approval.
Yep.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
You just found out what lemons were like not that long ago.
I'm very progressive with coming up with slang terms.
Now I want tea
Ooh, tea does sound good.
with lemon.
That kind?
No, actual tea.
I can't right now.
So yeah.
I thought I was sick earlier in the week, but no, I just had terrible allergies for 2.5 straight days.
For that.
Yeah, I worked outside. It was only like an hour and a half though that I was outside.
That's enough, man. I have a whole layer of pollen on my friggin' deck. It's awful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my yard and garden around the side cleaned up. Went out and bought a shitload of gardening tools and stuff like that. Kind of went ham.
Anyway, I will have one of the staff members downstairs write up that proposal.
Okay. They're not only responsive and immediately listening to you, they're clearly happy to have direction.
I also bring down the stack of things that I stamped.
Which causes a tremendous amount of relief. Can we have insight in this, right?
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll insight.
22.
22. Insight. From, we'll say Lacey is the first assistant in charge. You feel from what she says and from amongst all of them that Nitma didn't leave them a lot of orders on the way out. And they have been floundering pretty hard. They're excited to hear she's still alive. Or evidence that she was probably still alive. She just kind of left, and that's pretty normal for them, but this is an extended duration for her. Flurry of stamps. Key was used for flurry of stamps.
Yes. Pew pew pew. Pow pow pow.
Monk go into monk fighter. What was that? What was that monk fighter?
Monk fighter, yeah, where you do 2 attacks and then you spend your key point to do flurry of blows, and then you use your fighter action surge, and then you do your bonus action.
Yeah. To get like
Total of 12 attacks or
12
something.
attacks in a single round or something. Yeah, that's it blows my mind when I like read or hear about like people that have like cracked open stupid like win strategies in D&D.
But instead, Bagby will be multi-classing as a notary.
There you go. That's not a class, it's a profession.
Mm.
The
Noble one at that.
yes. That literally anybody could do, as well as cop. Yeah, that's right. I took a swing at cops. Fuck off. They're happy to have you. They type it up immediately. It looks very formal. Actually, Lacey is incredibly good at mimicking the way she writes things. And she lists that as I'm just used to having to dictate and write for her. And she also, one time, with Nitma's permission, got a ruling pushed through on the council about open carry laws for alcohol.
I don't.
Open container, not open.
Open
carry.
container, not open carry. Yeah, open container.
I'm openly carrying alcohol.
Open container. Yes, you now have that with the stamp on it. Do you head back down to the academy immediately?
Is there anything else that you guys think we need here?
You can continue to look through. I mean, two of you can continue looking around her place. She clearly doesn't give a shit.
I just want to find the Bagby part of this book.
You're really gonna look it up
I might as well.
while Bagby's working on other stuff, or
Right.
with her around?
Stamping. I want to try and get as many of the notes stamped as I can.
I suppose I would follow Bagby around attempting to help. I'm apparently not rolling great on this stuff, so I'm not sure how much help I can be.
You would
but-
give her advantage.
Okay.
That's the upshot of 5e, buddy. When you're not nailing it, you can give somebody else advantage by just providing support.
I think technically speaking, you're supposed to roll over a 10 in order to give someone. No, that's Paizo.
Get out of here. All right.
You have to
Crucible.
roll something in order to give advantage.
Roll investigation. You clearly find the Bagby part, but Crucible.
Yes.
Be
Roll
able
it.
to
Roll.
Would he be able to? Sorry, because I showed him what the cipher is.
He would. It will be easier for him to figure it out now that he knows what the cipher is.
Not really.
You rolled a 6 again?
Yes, I did.
Roll with advantage. 22. There we go. The Bagby section does not exist within the book. However, with your investigation, the back cover of the book opens like a flap that continually gets resealed. Upon opening it, you find the Bagby section. And it isn't just the Bagby section. It's the Rite section. On Bagby and you and Ori and all of the originals and all of the current, and then Genevieve, Jenny, Aedrys, a couple of people you've never heard of, and their extensive notes.
Guys, I think you might want to take a look at this. And I find a table and start spreading out the documents that I'm finding. It's Bagby, I was looking for stuff about you. I thought maybe I could tease you about something. Maybe it was like a Bagby in the bathwater type photo or something like that. But I found an entire section here on the right.
She has what is best described as very elaborate dossiers on all of you.
There's a lot of information about each and every one of us. And not just you and I, Duncan and Joe. We're talking past Rite members. And look, there's names in here I don't even know who they are. We've had a lot of questions. This might be a lot of answers.
Give me a brief moment. And I'm going to get a piece of paper. I'm going to write Dr. Scaplin. As promised, a signed confirmation of your trip to the surface for one Aedrys Teague. Please meet us at the light rail station this evening, promptly at, and I will put the time.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to keep it in line with what he said was open?
No, that was if somebody needed to be brought down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Kindest regards, Bagby, clearly Nitma's favorite summer child. I'll fold that up. I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to find Lacey.
Yes?
Lacey, I need a messenger to take this to a Dr. Scaplin at the Institute of Higher Education Neuroscience Department.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my dear. We will be upstairs. We will leave promptly before, and I will tell her what time.
She moves very quickly with it.
I appreciate that.
There's a series of... every council person is given a series of pages that fly... or just their job is to get stuff taken places.
Mm-hmm. I would like a confirmation upon receipt of package. Thank you.
Okay.
And then I'll go back upstairs and start pouring through it with Crucible and Ori.
What do you want to know? This is written very plain.
Written very what?
Plain. It's not her cipher.
Ciphered gibberish stuff.
Crucible,
Do you think there's anything in there that proves that Duncan's dad killed his mom?
Well, let's take a look at Duncan's dossier then.
Duncan Aedrys. Talented water.
Marked expendable.
What?
Bars wrote, "Ooh, who's marked expendable?"
Most of them. It's Nitma. The talented talented water sorcerer, mage. Question marks.
Sorcerer. Yeah. Okay.
Unlikely formal training. Blue skin and gills denotes elemental background. Both parents human. Clear. These are the notes are clearly added onto as they go.
Mm-hmm.
Mother most likely not human. Mother killed, and gives an exact date. Most likely father. Father was seen dumping body. Information paid for. And it gives a name. A Captain Lenley. Are we writing this down? Captain.
Why are they all L names tonight?
Captain Lenley. Lenley.
That's how his brain works.
Lenley Hurst.
How dare you?
Hurst, not horse.
Hurst.
I know, but it's very clear. Lenley Hurst has nothing to do with Laura.
No.
Nope. Not remotely close.
Hurst
No.
is a very common last name.
Hurst was always his last name. I can literally not remember the first name I gave him. Hurst was always his last name. Cannot remember the fucking first name I gave him. Ship Cerberus sails out of Aura. Then there's an excerpt about most likely his father owes a bunch of money, and there's a listing of people, but you've actually already gotten that list. The connection to elemental is interesting. Who is really the mother? Disappearance activity in the lake outside of Aranora, possibly connected. That's it.
Yeah.
It gives us a clue at least.
You know, I'd like to take a look at this file on Genevieve here.
Genevieve has a long file. It's bigger than Bagby's. It's bigger than anybody else in the old Rite. Goes into her family, who are minor nobles. However, landowners, farmers. Incredibly talented spellcaster sent to Northern Academy, very young, due to increased aptitude. Listing of professors happens after that. noted talents in enchantment and possible necromancy.
Standard drow rap sheet.
Highly easily angered. Very loyal. Very smart. Look out for her. Underlined twice. Aedrys and Genevieve are together. I believe Genevieve pregnant. Genevieve is pregnant. Have learned. I think Aedrys has done it on purpose. What is the vault? Underlined. Genevieve is growing increasingly more powerful, increasingly quickly. What is she learning and where? There's an outside influence. I do not believe it's Aedrys anymore. I do not believe Genevieve is manipulating the situation. There's no way. But she knows something. Maybe something about the spell. Have learned about the sacrifices that need to be done. I will commission gold sent to the families. The baby will have a hard life. It is done. We have done it. The prices have been paid. Hopefully this is the last time the Rite will ever be needed. I hear Genevieve sometimes. Is she really out there? Or is it guilt? That's it.
Does there happen to be anything about Jenny in there?
Yep, Jenny has her own thing. Show sign, growing nice, hot-headed like her mom, smart like her dad. Show signs of magical aptitude, nowhere near as talented. Seems to have allergic reaction to being in the city. Should investigate. Followed her for some time. Have no notes. Joined a pirate vessel. I'm not a fan. Smart kid doing dumb things. Cares too much about Aedrys. That's it.
Probably should look up the file on Aedrys. And though a lot has been explored as to the nature of Normanol, would probably want the notated version of it to see if it stacks up to everything we think we know.
Which one do you want to do first?
Aedrys.
Aedrys. Coward. Smart. Talented. Realized I was talking to an illusion for half an hour. He was actually working in this laboratory the entire time. Asshole. Does this regularly. Teaches his classes via illusion. Talented. Very. Relies heavily on a Dumas these days. Must investigate. Good dad. Genevieve would like it. How did he find these spells? How?
We need to get back. I know you want to look at Normanol. We can look at it on the way. But if Aedrys is as talented with an illusion spell to feel as though he is in the same room.
I gotta pee. I love you.
I had strongly considered that, and I checked him. I poked him to make sure that he was real.
But we haven't since Crucible's shutdown. We didn't check before we left.
Nope. I'm going to take advantage of the pee time.
Info dump. I love info dump. So I need some water and Advil because my headache hurts real bad.
Oh. Okay, well, just me here. That's cool.
Handle the stream yourself, Philip.
Under pressure. Do. Under pressure.
Be the charming charismatic.
Oh, ofta. It's not really the mindset I'm in. I'll say for posterity's sake that I don't imagine that it's like either Aedrys was always an illusion and it was such a powerful illusion that it had solid form that I couldn't detect, or he was real then and he's real now. I don't feel like there was a switcheroo halfway through, but
We never
we will see.
What could have prompted him to run if he thinks he did something horrible? That could have prompted him to run and try and figure it out on his own.
Well, I suppose we'll find out next week if the people we left with him got fooled.
Yeah. All ahead.
You
I mean,
okay?
are we going to...
I have a migraine forming right here behind my eyeball.
Are we going to leave right away when we said we'd meet the doctor at the train station tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. That way we can get back and he can start working on him.
I mean, like, what time is it now?
It's probably getting close.
We've been doing a ton of reading on people.
So I'm thinking, like, we probably need to... I mean, I don't think we can run up there, then run back to get the doctor. I think we have to just take the doctor with us and hope that our friends didn't let anything get fucked up while we were gone.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan, is the doctor
Okay.
comes with us.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys gonna take off? Or
But
do
I
you
say
wanna-
we take that book with us.
You should for sure take that book with you. Here's the GM helping you. You should definitely take that book with you.
I'll hold on to the book.
Lacey, how did Nitma contact you when she wasn't in the city?
She wouldn't. That's part of it. She'd leave orders. We'd follow them, and then she'd show up whenever she showed up. We'd get pages from her village, but that's it.
And there's a council meeting in 3 days?
She never missed a council meeting, ever. We've had to delay 2.
I will be here for that council meeting, and I will
Kitty.
take Nitma's place if need be. I will attempt to contact her before then. But
Okay, thank you.
I will be here for that council meeting.
Thank you.
The kid is so cute.
You won't leave me alone. Okay.
All right. You get to the switcher, and sure as shit, there's an entourage with Dr. Scalpin. One of them runs up to you, dwarf. Bagby, I am told that you'll be taking the doctor with on an excursion to surgically repair the brain of a human on the surface. Is this true?
Correct.
And this was okayed by Nitma of the council, yes?
Correct.
I've never been to the surface. This will be exciting.
Oh, look. The paparazzi. I must protect my image.
You all pile into the cart. Do you remember how to get back?
I
Bagby.
rolled a 12.
You did.
Simon.
Let's roll a history check.
I'm sure someone else knows how to run it.
I don't know that any of these people have been to my home.
No, never.
Ooh, good thing my history is a +6. Don't fuck me,
Don't say that
Patrick.
in advance.
Roller.
You don't say it in advance.
What is that?
21.
21.
All right, you make it. You kind of remember it was a toss up. You made a good decision. You make it back.
You have beaten Simon.
On the way, I will sit down with all of the publicity crew, the journalists. There will be guidelines for this. All names will be redacted. There will be no photographs of facial features of the patient. This is a mission that is potentially dangerous and fragile and could be compromised if the wrong information fell in the wrong hands. This is strictly medical information that can be shared. No names, no locations, nothing. Only strict medical.
Well, we'll need pictures of something.
You can take a picture of the inside of his brain as long as his face is not shown.
We'll never get that published.
Sucks to suck, but that is the rule.
They're all grumbling.
If I find that any of you break these rules, I will break your fingers to the point where you will no longer be able to be a journalist.
Roll intimidate.
That I'm not as good at.
Ta-da!
3
in a
20s.
row, so 21.
That was not in a row, but yeah. The Okay, now believe the roller's broken. Patrick, how dare you
Call
change the
hacks.
coding on that thing? If you pay an extra $1, You get the extra 20s package.
It's secretly hooked up to the internet, and I'm able to control the rolls from here.
That's why Phil's only gotten like sub 5s the entire night.
Right, yeah. Well, we got to make it believable.
Yes.
My rolls have been how I feel, and that is low.
Oh, you make it back to your village, Bagby. The local guards are very confused as to the amount of people. How are you getting them?
I would like to take the route that is the Spirit of Mara route.
Right. What about the 2 boys who will not fit through that tunnel whatsoever?
You 2 boys may need to go the
Well,
sewer.
if Ori changed into a thing, he could. But
Yeah.
I would have to wait outside.
also, you're gonna have to swim out the other way because it's high tide. Well, you don't swim. You could just.
You mean walk along the bottom?
Yeah.
Right.
But you 2 will have to go the sewer route. I need to take them through the Spirit of Mara route. They should not be walking about the city.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right. I should go with Crucible. He can't see so good down here.
Okay. So, Crucible and Ori, explain to me your plan to get out of the sewer at high tide.
Well,
I don't have to worry about drowning, and he can turn into a fish.
Fair. Roll athletics, Crucible. Or do you turn into a fish?
I am thinking. How much does Crucible weigh?
A lot.
How
A
much
lot,
do
a
I
lot.
weigh?
There's probably no sea creature I could turn into that could actually assist him.
Nothing that would fit in that tunnel.
Right.
I mean, Crucible, you weigh a shitload, don't you?
Well, that's what I was checking. I don't weigh as much as everybody thinks I do, but I can't. Where's my
Well, you're like half
Eh,
half
He's
wood,
just
half
not
metal.
buoyant.
350 pounds? No, not buoyant at 350 pounds.
Oh, jeez.
And that's a svelte 350.
That's a spelt 350. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be
Yeah,
something amphibious so that it can be versatile. So I'm gonna turn into the crocagator that I saw when we were walking through the swamp.
I don't think you can turn into this based on your rules.
Well, maybe not specifically at its CR, but I can still.
Okay.
I believe I can still. I think a regular, like, just a normal sized crocodile, not like a dire croc, but a normal sized crocodile is.
Because it was 100% a dire croc. That thing would have eaten all of you. That's not true. You'd probably kicked its ass, but CR is weird. Back in Pathfinder, it used to be like a direct correlation between level. It is not that anymore, even remotely.
Well, our group has a lot of synergy when we're all together, so that kind of negates it a little bit.
No, even like if you look up like encounter calculators and stuff like that, it really isn't what you think it is. Okay. Roll athletics, Crucible.
12.
It'll take you a minute, but you're able to do it. Okay? Just because it's pushing against you the entire way out. And it's not continuous pushing against you, it's like intermittent as the waves roll in, and it just sucks. Do you stay with him the whole time, or do you run ahead, Ori? Swim ahead.
I believe I would stay close to him. I think I would scout out ahead a little bit. I think crocs still have dark vision.
I believe you. Sure, they're lizards.
Actually, I guess it doesn't say. All the same. What's the?
Actually, I think they're scent based.
They can hold their breath for a very long time and have a 30-foot swim speed. But I would stay. Yeah, I would stay near Crucible in case he was having any trouble. But I can just swim at will.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take you a while to get up there, Crucible. You'll do it, but it's just gonna take you a minute. Bagby, you get everybody to the basement of the Mara. There are people on the first floor of the Mara.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan?
I will say, wait here, please. I need to clear a path. As you all are well aware, the surface is not fully aware and or.
Don't worry, we've practiced.
Thank you. Wait here. They're not used to seeing groups of goblins. They are used to me, but not the groups of goblins. So I will go up. I will come out of the kitchen. I will hop on the counter of the bar, and I'll say, "All right, you fucks, bar's closed. Get out."
Lyra standing next to you. No.
Yes. The bar is closed for the rest of the evening for some extreme maintenance.
Oh god, I gotta roll insight for Lyra. Her charisma stats suck. You know that, right?
She was literally with us when we talked about what we were doing.
But
And insight's intelligence based, or no, it's wisdom based.
Wisdom based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she's still got an 8.
Lyra? I have visitors. The bar needs to close. Okay?
Tira looks at her. Seriously, Mom, there's other goblins here. Oh!
God, the head wounds on this one. We should have the doctor look at her too.
Everybody out! Everyone out! Steve. Oh God, someone make sure Steve's breathing. All right. They clear it out.
Wonderful. I go back and I get them.
She does a half-price drinks if you're outside, and everyone just goes outside.
Perfect.
Okay. You go get them.
Mm-hmm.
You take them all upstairs, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
I won't take them directly into Aedrys' room first. I will go to Aedrys first.
Okay.
I'll take them into where I have been staying.
Okay.
And allow this is your space for as long as we need it. You will remain here.
Young lady, I have many things to do. Can we get on with this? If he's truly this sick, we should see the patient.
You may come with me. The rest of the group should wait until he is more stable.
Wait here, but fine. I get pictures, goddammit. He comes in with you. Aedrys is lying down when you get in there.
I'm going to immediately go and make sure that he is physically there.
He looks very zoned out when you get close to him, but he's awake.
I'm gonna poke him.
Bagby. Sorry.
Hello, Aedrys.
Thought you were Nitma for a second.
I get that a lot. We're both green.
Oh, that's racist.
At least you have your sense of humor, my friend.
And who's your goblin friend?
This is Dr. Scaplin.
Aedrys starts to sit up. Doctor. And he holds his hand out and shakes his hand.
There are some things that you might not be fully aware of, Aedrys. The Goblin Society is very advanced, especially when it comes to the medical field.
I've Genevieve told me much.
Dr. Scaplin is a leading doctor in the field of neuroscience. He would like to examine you if that is all right with you.
Bagby, hello. Hey. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
This is my friend, Dr. Scaplin. He's going to look at you.
Pleasure
Look
to meet
over
you.
you.
Pleasure to meet you, Doctor. He holds out his hand to shake it again.
I give a look to Dr. Scaplin.
Right. Lay back down, young man. Young. You're probably older than I am. Okay. He's just looking at his eyes. Have you had, there's a bit of red under his, more than just his beard, a bit of red stain on the skin under his nose. Have you had, nosebleeds recently? I don't know. That's all right. That's all right. Tell me, sir, how old are you? That's okay. You don't need to know right now. We're gonna step outside real quick, and I'm gonna talk to your friend Bagby. He leads you outside. You told me he was sick. You didn't tell me he had dementia.
I told you he was remembering things in incorrect order.
That could have been a concussion. This is bad.
I mentioned the possibility of a brain tumor. That's about as bad as you can get.
I thought you were joking. You're not a doctor. I believe I'll need magical help on this. Do you have somebody with some healing capabilities?
Ori is a very good healer. We also have our priest friend Bill, who is quite talented when it comes to the healing arts.
Either one will work. I'm gonna have to take a deep look, and we're going to need to set up a surgery room. This is going to take a long time. I'll need plenty of hot water, and I should probably eat before we start, I'll be honest.
It is in the evening. Would morning be better? Or is it that time sensitive?
You said he could respond to you earlier, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Did he seem like he was responding much in there?
He knew who I was, which is better than when he first woke up.
That is strange. Generally, these gaps, they concentrate on a specific time. If somebody has Alzheimer's or dementia, they pick an early part in their life and they fixate on that period. It's strange that he would know you, being as young as you are.
And we've only known him for less than a month.
That means he's fixated on you in some manner. Does he remember any other people he met during that time?
He remembers all of our names, and he remembers the names of the previous Rite of Protection, which you don't know anything about, but he remembers their names.
That doesn't make sense. Seriously, it's an important time. It's a matter of fixation. It shouldn't come through. Well, I believe your curse thing now. Your possession. I'll ready the surgical suite. I believe this evening we should do that. If you could have food sent, high carbs and protein.
I will speak to the mistress of the house.
Thank you.
I'll scurry downstairs.
He wanders back to that room, kicks out the journalists, and starts yelling at the people he had to actually come help. Bagby.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to get to help with healing?
I think she would attempt to get both.
Okay.
To have both of them there on hand.
We'll say you could get Bill.
Well,
we'll say you get Bill. I don't want to go through it.
I was going to say, wouldn't Bill's church is kind of down by where the guys would be coming out anyway, isn't it?
No. No,
Oh.
his is down by the repair dock, and it's half the town away. So.
Well, she's going to assume that Ori's coming back to the Spirit of Mara anyway, so she'd run to Bill.
Okay. It wouldn't be hard to get Bill to do this. Duncan would come with him.
Bill would probably follow so that everyone's back for next week.
Sure. Joe probably wouldn't even be there. Honestly, he'd probably be with Jacob somewhere. He'd be in town.
Mm-hmm.
Crucible and Ori, you're able to show up to the Mara at this point?
Crucible would walk in with a pretending to be dead crocodile draped over his shoulders.
I would have filled in Lyra and Tara about everything that was going on before I left to go get Bill,
Okay.
so that they could pass on to Ori and Crucible when they get back.
All right. You two show back up. Lyra lets you know surgery's happening upstairs. And that it seems more concerning than it originally seemed.
So, I would naturally offer to assist the doctor with anything he needed to know or anything he needed, as he had technically been under my care up until this point.
What's your he asks what you've been giving him medical wise.
Just these herbs and poultices, essentially coagulants to keep his brain from bleeding too much. It was clear that there was some coming out.
Hi. That's smart. What's your healing level, young man?
I am I guess if I had to put a number on it, 6 in the Circle of Dreams healing.
All right. You got prolonged healing, or is this short term?
I have a lot of healing abilities. I can do over time, I can do instantaneous.
That's fine. That's fine. I trust you. All right. He goes over the same thing with Bill. Lets everybody know that the surgery is going to take time because he doesn't really know what he's looking for. And you need to strap in. Okay. Crucible, are you assisting in any way?
Of course, I'm assisting. I too can heal.
Okay.
But most importantly, if he happens to flatline, I can bring him back.
Is that a thing you would do, though?
Depends if it's important to what we need to do as the Rite.
It's been pretty well established you guys want him alive.
Yep.
Okay. So, I would like... neither of you need to roll anything. But the surgery takes all night. So you're going to take a level of exhaustion moving into the next day. Okay? 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay. Will we be expending any spell slots?
Yes. You would both be required to heal twice throughout the night. There's just moments of extra bleeding that happened that he feels that he would feel uncomfortable and ask you to heal.
Okay.
So you pick what spell slots you use. I'll leave that up to you. It needs to be at least D6 worth of healing each time.
Well, I can do D8 at first level, so.
Okay, that's fine.
I will also go ahead and take a point of exhaustion because Bagby
Would
while
not
she-
sleep.
While she can't help medically with anything, she would bring hot water, she'd bring food, she'd essentially be the PA nurse assistant.
You would also be asked to let the journalists in one at a time. He never wanted more than one in there at a time, and they all wanted to get their pictures, right?
Okay.
You'd be sort of on wrangling duty for them.
Diligent to make sure they are not recording or putting any kind of information that would be detrimental to the
This
Rite.
is they can take photographs, but it's very early photographs, like hold up a thing, you know what I mean? Sort of photographs, so.
Sure, that's not distracting.
It is, but it's part of the agreement.
Gosh, why does everything smell like magnesium in here?
Next morning, doctor comes to you. Well, he'll live, I think. I mean, magically heal him, he'll live no matter what. He had a series of blood clots attached to the membrane around his brain. It was squeezing on his frontal cortex. Scar tissue, I think. A lot of damage for a long time. That guy. It would cause bleeding and then... well, whatever it was I was doing this to him, it was keeping him alive, too. It's damn near killing him, but wouldn't let him die.
Gods, that's awful.
If I had to guess, he had daily migraines. Literally every day. Well, he'll live. His memory, I can't. I don't know. You'll have to wait till he wakes up. But the blood loss was minimal, and the damage to his brain due to the healing was also very minimal. We did good. That was good.
Well, we very much appreciate your help, Doctor.
Will you stay for another day or two to monitor his recovery.
Unfortunately, I cannot. I will leave 2 of my assistants with you. My responsibilities call me back. But I will want updates, if possible. I don't know how. A page, perhaps, or however you deem fit. If he does not recover his memory, I don't believe there's anything medically that can be done. I'm sorry, it's in the hands of the gods.
More true than you might realize. Well, I'll keep detailed notes in so much as I can. His assistants, are they also goblins? Would they continue to stand out in this bar?
1 goblin, 1 dwarf. They would both stand out heavily.
Both uncommon, yeah.
Yeah, they would both stand out heavily. But if they just had... There's multiple rooms upstairs. I'm sure Lyra would just give them 2 rooms. 1 for Aedrys, 1 for them, and they would just hole up, give them food, give them books to read. They'll be fine. Tira comes walking upstairs. Have you guys been outside?
No.
There's like a bunch of wagons coming in from the road. And there's a freaking giant. Like, seriously, like a big gray giant. Thank you very much for watching tonight. Have an excellent evening. We'll be back next week. Hopefully with everybody. Everybody did a great job tonight. It was so good. Good night.
Have a great night, guys.
Do, 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 do.